Hopefully most of you guys have registered and have your unique user ID already, as well as your passport. If you have not registered, we will go through that really quick. But prior to January 1st, if you're going to be doing any business, please make sure you contact us if you do not have your username or your password set up so we can get you ready to go before January 1st. Since we have security guard employers now, there are two different types of registering. The first one is for existing agencies. You guys should have already gotten a registration email sent out about October 15th to click the link and register. And then you would have received a unique username. Each username cannot be edited, and it is unique to each agency. Hopefully you guys have set your passwords and you have your usernames. And come January 1st, this is going to be your login screen. You'll use your username and your setup password. And this is what your homepage is going to look like inside the portal. And we will go through all the different functions and how to search applications and stuff like that. If you're a new agency, you're going to go to the licensing portal, create an account. You're going to put in all of your personal information, sign in, and you will select Start PLU Agency. This is for just individuals who do not have an existing agency and would like to start a new one. It'll ask you for your insurance information, send you your username, set up your password, just like many of you have already done. And same thing, they get the same portal. Security guard employers, we probably have a couple of them on the call. If you guys have not registered already, go to the licensing portal homepage. And at the bottom left, you'll see this box that says security guard employers. You're going to click on the registration link below, and it's going to lead you to fill out all of your agency demographics, name, address, emails, as well as attaching your insurance. Once you submit that to us, it'll then give you your username, and you can set up your password for your security guard employers. This does not relate to any agencies. If you are an agency, you do not need to apply as a security guard employer. And their business portal looks exactly the same. This is for an SGE. And we'll get into their differences in the tabs in a bit. All right, so let's get into the different tabs and abilities that you'll have available for you in your dashboard. The first tab is the dashboard tab. So this is your home page. So if you're ever in any of your other tabs and you need to get back to your home page, you will click the dashboard tab. Agency application tab. This is where your agency will complete any agency applications that they may need, whether it's a renewal application, a modification application, whether you're changing your principal or headquarters mailing address, you're changing an authorized representative, anything that you would need to send or submit to us as an application, you will be able to do in your agency applications tab. The next tab is the employee applications. Later, we'll show you how to do your onboarding of your applicants. And after you complete the onboarding and you submit their applications to us, it is going to populate in your employee applications tab. It is going to give you the name of the individual and it as well as the status of where it is at in our system, whether it's under review, whether it's in shortage status or pending disapproval status, disapproved, so on and so forth. It'll give you the status step by step for each employee, so you will know who is approved, disapproved, etc. The next tab is the use of force forms tab. This is because of Senate Bill 760, and we'll go step by step of how you fill out these forms. The only difference between the agencies and security guard employers is that security guard employers will have an extra use of force form, and this is for the hospitals only. And we will go into that later. The next tab is the agency and user management tab. The agency and user management tab is used if you'd like to update any agency information, whether it's adding a branch, changing your email address that the correspondence is sent to. And then the user management part of it is if you'd like to add any type of administrators or maybe an office assistant that will help you with your employee onboarding or management of your roster. Anybody that helps you in the office, you can add them as a separate user under your agency portal, and it will give them their very own agency username and able to set up a password. That way, you're not sharing the same username and password with 10 different people. You can have them assigned to your agency and they will receive their own. That way, if anybody is ever terminated, you can remove them from your user management and they no longer have access to your agency business portal. The next tab is employee management. So this tab is essentially your roster. This is going to have all of your employees listed under it. It's going to have their name, it's going to have their license number, and it's going to have their expiration. You as an agency or an SGE, you will be able to remove employees from this management list. So let's say you would like to terminate an individual, you will be able to delete them from your roster, as well as maintain how many you have and what their expiration dates are. That way you have a easier access to who your employees are at the time. Your account management tab. This is basically just to change your password, and it also will give you your username identifier. That's really all that tab does for right now. And then the messages and reports tabs. These two tabs are, they're still under development. We're working on a couple of different messages and reports. Right now, it's looking like messages will be for us to communicate with you guys if we have any type of important messaging that we need to get to you, or possibly the status of each application. That way you are all well aware if something is in shortage or pending disapproval, or we need additional information from you guys, that it will be a way for us to communicate. Reports, we're kind of really looking from ideas for you guys in the community as to what you will need from us as far as like auditing purposes. Some ideas that have been thrown around are reports for use of force, like how many use of force reports did we have within the past year, or maybe new hires, how many new people have we hired within the past 2 months, or if you want to audit one of your users, what did this user do within the portal within the last 2 months. Those are all possibilities. We're really looking for feedback on what to develop in those categories for you guys. So if you have any suggestions, feel free to reach out to us via email, and we'll collect those and see how we can best fit this to your guys' needs. Like I said, security guard employer is the same, except they have the extra use of force form, but they have all of the same tabs. All right, so now we're going to get into completing an in-person verification and logging into your business portal and what you all will be doing on your side. So we're going to use our unique username, we're going to use our password, and we're going to log in to the portal. And it's going to bring us to our home screen. All of your guards or security systems techs or PIs, prior to them doing their in-person application verification with you guys, they will be completing their personal application through their portal account. And they will come to you with a PLU number and a PIN number. Okay, so as agencies, if you would like to hire somebody, you're going to ask for their application number. You'll enter it as well as their last name and hit search. After doing so, it'll pull their application from the application pool. You'll see the application number and the individual's name at the top. And you, as the agency representative, you will fill in your first and last name. After you do that, you will hit next. And this is the applicant verification. You're going to sit with the applicant or well via Zoom or phone, however you guys need to do this. And you will go through and you'll just verify that all the applicant information is correct. Their name, driver's license number, date of birth, current address. If anything has changed, you do have the ability to, as the agency, go in and edit. So let's say they changed an address after they'd submitted their application to the application pool. You just click the edit button. It'll allow you to edit their address, save it, and then you'll come back out here and you'll check each box saying that you verified all that information. After the personal information has been verified, you'll come down to the second box, and this is the statement of licensee. So this will be whether you would like your applicant to carry a firearm while on duty for your agency, or if you would wish them not to be carrying a firearm. So you can select either one of those and hit next. And this is the reattestation. Prior to the applicant coming in, they will have already filled in their questionnaire. You as the agency, you're going to go through the questionnaire with them, and you're going to verify that none of their questions have changed. If none of their questions have changed, you'll just click yes, and then you'll request their 4-digit PIN from them to verify that the applicant is the applicant and that they're attesting to their questions that they submitted prior. If your applicant does not have their PIN, this little button down here, this will allow you as the agency to resend the email to the applicant that has their 4-digit PIN number available to them. They'll go into their email, they'll access their PIN, you'll put in their secure PIN, and then you'll hit enter. If one of their questions or answers have changed, you will hit no, they are not unchanged. And this will submit the application back to the applicant so they can make whatever updated changes that they need to. But we're going to, for this example, we're going to stick with yes. We've put in their 4-digit PIN. And the next part will be any additional documents. This is not a required field, but if they bring to you an expungement document or updated training certificate or anything that they feel that MSP would need for their background, you can upload it here for them. And then the last part is, again, just verifying all the information from the applicant and the agency. So we're going to re-enter that 4-digit PIN number, as well as re-entering the agency representative first and last name. Once we've completed all these fields as the agency, we can add this application to the cart. Unlike our process now, we're going to switch to completely electronic payments. Okay, this will be a credit card only. And you'll be able to pay for multiple applications at once. So let's say you have 5 people coming in today and you would like to just pay for them all at once. At the end of the day, you can pay and submit to the Maryland State Police, and it will submit all applications at one time. If your agency likes for your applicants to pay for their application, you may do so. However, be aware that the only side of the portal that will allow payment is the agency side. So if your agency collects fees from the applicant, you will have to do this one at a time and submit payment with the applicant's credit card or debit card, however they choose to pay. You'll have to submit it one by one. So we're going to submit this one to the state police. We're going to hit submit and pay. We're going to put in out all of our credit card information and hit make payment. And now our application has been sent to the licensing for review. Okay, so it has been sent directly to us. It'll pop under your employee applications tab, and it will be good. They're good to start working as soon as we receive it. Let's say an applicant or an individual comes into your agency and they already have their card number. They don't need to go into the portal and create a new application because they already have a card. What you will do as the agency is you will take their current permit number. Please make sure it is put in exactly as it is written on the card, including the dash, or else it will say that the person is not found in the system. So you'll put in that permit number, you'll put in the applicant's last name, and you'll hit search. And their information will already pop up because it is in our system. So you as the agency representative, you'll put in your first and last name and hit next. And we're going to do the same thing as before. We're going to verify all the information is still up to date, address, date of birth, driver's license, name, check the boxes. And this portion will pre-populate from their last employer. So if their last employer wanted them to be armed, this will automatically say, I wish the applicant to be armed. If you do not want an applicant to be armed, or let's say you do want them to be armed and they said do not, make sure you fill in this correctly. That way it can be captured whether they're armed or not for your agency. And then the next box will be just where you would like their final disposition letter or permit card if needed sent. You can choose from any of your agency addresses, and the applicant address at the bottom, that is just for private detective licenses. Everything else gets into the agencies. So once you've completed all the boxes, you can add the new employee, and they will go straight into your employee management. See individual down here below, you have your license number, their expiration date. And then on the side here, you also have the ability to edit their information. Let's say their phone number changed or email changed, you can edit that. And you also have the ability to delete them from your roster. So let's say I no longer want to hire this person. I'm just going to delete him from my roster, and that serves as a notice of termination. One last thing before we do questions, I want to show you guys this. This button down here, this says Get Help. This Get Help button is access to one of the licensing division staff Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. With any questions that you guys might have while you're trying to work through the portal. We will be working on as many questions as possible. If it's after hours, you have the ability to submit a ticket. And the next business day, we will try to get back to you to help you with your needs. But that Get Help button will be available on all pages. So if you're stuck at any point, feel free to send us a chat.